Hi, Katie Porter and I agree that dark money is one of the main reasons that we haven't been able to get meaningful climate legislation passed in Congress. Where we don't agree is whether it's better to explain that scheme with charts or whiteboards.
We'll use both and viewers can decide.
The fossil fuel industry is funneling billions of dollars into our political system through anonymous front groups.
That money is used to attack climate science, to fund right-wing politicians, and to pack our courts with pro-corporate judges.
In 2010, the Citizens United decision allowed 5 Republican appointees on the court to unleash unlimited political spending in our democracy.
It gave big donors and corporations the ability to spend unlimited amounts of money to influence our elections.
In the decade since Citizens United, the fossil fuel industry has spent immense amounts of money in our politics, and that is just the money we can trace.
Over the last decade, the 10 largest political donors have given over $1.2 billion to candidates, parties, and other groups. Groups that don't even disclose their funders spent another $963 million on political campaigns.
Decisions like Citizens United that let big special interests do this kind of spending are one of the reasons they're so hell-bent to capture the court. America First Action, a super PAC that spent $60 million pushing for Judge Barrett to become Justice Barrett. Guess who one of the biggest funders of America First Action is?
I don't think I'm going to like the answer to this.
You're not. The Southern Company, a big utility that produces 75% of its power through fossil fuels, is that big donor.
That checks out.
Americans who want climate action need to understand that there is an enormous web of front groups funded by anonymous money, with companies like the Southern Company and other fossil fuel companies lurking behind them to try to obstruct our efforts to solve the climate crisis.
That's why the House passed H.R. 1, the For the People Act, to reform our campaign finance system. I was proud to co-sponsor and co-author this legislation, and it would finally shine a light on the money pouring into our political system from corporate interests, including the fossil fuel industry.
And I was proud that H.R. 1 includes the House version of my disclosure, which would require transparency for big political donations.
We can set new standards and go back to listening to the American people.
We need to pass H.R. 1 to put the power in American democracy back in the hands of the people where it should be. Which only brings me to the question, do I need to trade in my charts for a whiteboard?